Good day, ladies and gentlemen, uh, the judges, and my fellow students. My name is Solomon Okeke Ekene. With me here is my teammate, Didi Chekube Namdi. We are students from the People's Friendship University of Russia, Moscow, uh, Institute of Environmental Engineering. And we're here to make a technical presentation on the efficiency analysis and optimization strategies of municipal solid waste management system, a case study of Onitsha, Oka, Anambra State, Nigeria. Our presentation outline runs from introduction through materials and methods down to conclusion and recommendation. Now, the advent of civilization has seen a massive population outburst and industrialization. These events has led to an increase in waste generation. However, municipal solid waste are waste generated from municipal activities and transactions. This waste includes waste like grass clipping, clothing, bottles, food scraps, food newspapers, as well as batteries. However, the term municipal solid waste is commonly applied to uh, integrate domestic, commercial, or institutional waste. Now, there are various problems which goes with this municipal solid waste. These problems range from uh, this problem is applied to countries like Nigeria, and uh, the problem includes exponential increase in population, rapid urbanization, and also worldwide unlimited resources. There are also problems from poor wages and salaries, lack of motivations from waste workers, and negative environmental influences. In the study area, one of the problems which is deeply affecting the area includes poor and inefficient coverage and also operational service costs, which is very, very, very uh, which is a major threat in this area. Now, the aim of this work is to improve the municipal solid waste management system, also taking into account the basic economic and social and environmental features of the Anambra State. Now, to achieve this aim, the following objectives were set. First, to find out the composition, sources, and modes of collection of municipal solid waste, and also the evacuation processes. Also, to estimate the volume of this waste, to determine the environmental influence of this waste, and to identify the existing waste management system in the state, and finally, to examine the waste management scheme by calculating the cost of labor of waste workers. Now, the relevance of this study is relevant. This study will be relevant to the government, citizens, and also waste management agencies. It will also enable government and the people to know the effects of indiscriminate disposal of solid waste within the state. It will also strengthen the efforts of government towards the release of funds for proper waste management, and also will help various industrial sectors to properly understand the impacts of poor waste management system within the state. And finally, the knowledge of waste management field will give it will provide knowledge in waste management field on the volume of waste generated in the state, and also help the field to know the cost of labor services within the state. Now, the study area is located in Africa, West Africa, uh, southeastern Nigeria, and in Anambra State. This is the location of the study area as shown from satellite images. The two major towns, Onitsha and Oka. Now, this is the literature review. We've reviewed so many literatures, but few literatures were pointed out according to Jesmer Lau 2020 and Carl Canis et al. 2020, which refers to waste as substances that lack value or useless materials. Now, the materials used for this project includes journals, articles, publications, past projects, and conference papers. Then we also conducted field investigations, and during the field investigation, materials which we used were questionnaires, field notebook, paper, pen, sample collection containers, GIS equipment like compass, GPS, and base maps, and finally for data analysis, SPSS, GIS software, Arc Map Precisely, and the Google Earth. Now there are various methods we adopted. First, desk study, which involves going through materials like articles, journals, textbooks, projects, maps, and other related works within the field. We also conducted reconnaissance survey where we took a general tour across the study area to observe, to know the actual cost of the field mapping, and also we conducted the field mapping, which was the actual work we did by going to the field, asking waste workers questions, collecting data for analysis, and the data we collected for analysis were sent to data we collected for analysis were borehole data, which were collected from borehole samples and also from mechanic workshops, and they were sent to the scientific laboratory for analysis. Now, finally, quantitative and qualitative analysis were done. This was to estimate the volume of solid waste and also calculate the salaries of waste workers, the optimization process, and also the efficiency of the waste management system in Anambra State. Now, this is a sample of the questionnaire we generated for this study. The places showed SA means strongly agreed, A agreed, D disagree, and SD strongly disagree. Now, moving into the second phase of our work, which is the result and interpretation. Here, we looked at the major generators or the major components of the neutral solid waste in Okeke and Onitsha, Anambra State. And we found that there are majorly 5 main sources of municipal components of municipal solid waste, which includes the organic waste, and organic waste ranks the highest, 51.56%, followed by the plastic waste, 20.67%, the textile and clothing, which we analyzed to be 10.79%, the bottle waste, which was 4.50%, and the metal scrap about 9.29%, with other waste like other hazardous waste like pharmaceutical waste, the radioactive waste having a percentage of about 3.64%. Now, we also looked at the sources of this solid waste and found that households have the major sources, and they include about 60.57%. Then we have markets market contribution to be about 22.49%, industries 9.41%, and then institutions 7.53%. Now, these are the various sources of municipal solid waste, and these are shown across various streets in Okeke, which is the capital of Anambra State, and Onitsha, which is the main commercial city in Anambra State. These are also municipal solid waste littered all across the city. Now, we also analyzed the methods of evacuation and collection. For the methods of collection, there are 3 major methods in Anambra State, which are the plastic waste bin, which is usually found in homes. We have the metal waste bins found in the streets, and then the skip containers found in large markets. And from the screen, we have 2 images. The one on the left shows the metal waste bin, which is found normally in the streets, but due to poor management system, the waste were not evacuated, thereby accumulating and littering the street. Now, the one on my right shows the skip containers, which are found close to the market. This is the market in Anambra State, in the capital of Anambra State. Now, there are various methods of evacuation. Now, from our analysis, we found that in Onitsha, we have various evacuation routes. We have the first route in red, second route in purple, third route in blue, and fourth route in green, and then to the general landfill, which is located at Obosi. And this is a common phenomenon, which a routine which the waste workers have to pass through on daily basis from these waste collection sites down to the landfill point, which is in Obosi. Same thing goes to Okeke. Okeke has about 5 collection routes, with the red route adjoining at one point, the blue route, the green route, and the yellow route. And then we have the Agoka processing point or landfill, where all the wastes are collected from the capital are processed in the landfill before sent to the landfill. Now, we also estimated the volume of solid waste which are generated from these two locations. And according to the study by World Bank, the average per capita waste generation in Nigeria is about 4 kg per person per day. Now, this rate can vary depending on the factors such as the income level and lifestyle, that's the social factor. Now, using this factor, we estimated the daily volume of municipal solid waste generated in Onitsha to be about 700 and to be about 289,984,050 kg mass of waste generated in Onitsha in 2023. Now, we also did the same thing for Oka. We found that Oka generates lesser volume than Onitsha, which is 89,425,000 kg in 2023. Now, we also determined we took a step further to determine the environmental influence of this municipal solid waste. And we found out that from our analysis, we found out that the E. coli were present in all the samples across, from all the samples, groundwater samples were collected from the sources in Onitsha. And when compared to the WHO permissible range, found that they are higher and are very, very, very dangerous to health. Therefore, we did not suggest that the people within this area properly treat their water before they consume this water, because the water is not potable due to the presence of this bacteria, the E. coli and the Enterococcus fecalis. Now, we also analyzed the groundwater in Oka. It shows that it still contains the E. coli and also the Enterococcus fecalis. Now, the water in Oka also contains lead, which is also a red mark, a red flag, showing that this particular water is not potable and hence it is bad and not fit for consumption. Therefore, other samples can be consumed if properly treated. Now, we also took time to look at the impediments of municipal solid waste and found that these impediments could range from lack of waste storage facilities, ranking first, non-compliance by the local population, deployable storage facilities, absence of proper technologies, and readily available illegal dump sites. These are one of many impediments facing the study area. Also, we also noticed that deployable roads contribute, insufficient evacuation routes, as well as distance to landfill also contribute to the impediments to waste efficiency within the state. Now, we took a step further to analyze the optimization strategies within the state, and we found that if organizing campaigns and rallies and on-the-job training, as well as innovative techniques, production of reusable materials, more readily available evacuators and use of incinerations for waste rather than burning could also go a long way to curb the incessant waste problem being faced in the state. We also found out that centralization of recycling facilities, the establishment of rapid road maintenance teams, and others could also help to ameliorate the menace which is posed by this waste generation within the state. Now, for the next phase of our interpretation here, we looked at the cost of labor for the municipal solid waste water, and we noticed that the cost of labor also affects the motivation of the workers. Therefore, we estimated the cost of labor for 12 months in Anambra State in 2023 to be about 754,420,000 naira, which is very, very poor and probably contributes to the lack of motivation by the waste worker. Now, we also propose that if this amount of this budget could be, increased a bit, I think it could go a long way to motivating the workers and then making them perform their jobs efficiently. Now, we looked at the existing waste management system in Anambra State. Notice that the system follows a particular pattern from waste generation, waste recycling, to waste collection, evacuation, waste treatment. Then for the waste treatment, we have the recycling and waste disposal. This is the general existing waste management system within the state. However, in reality, this is not what is obtainable on ground. We have waste generation, then waste collection. Especially this is common in the cities, Oka and Onitsha. Waste generation, waste collection, evacuation, landfilling, waste treatment, and recycling. However, in the suburbs, we have waste generation, waste disposal in illegal dumps, waste burning, in not in incinerator this time, and waste burying, which also have a very large and adverse effect to groundwater and then poses serious environmental problems. Now, in conclusion, organic waste, which makes up about 51%, 51.56% is of the largest proportion of municipal solid waste, is accounts for the highest sources of municipal solid, highest component of municipal or composition of municipal solid waste in Onitsha and Oka. Now, the volume of municipal solid waste estimated to be generated in the city in Oka and Onitsha in 2023 are 289,984,050 kg and 89,425,000 kg respectively. Now, one of the problems which is faced by the waste management team in the state is because of the readily available dump sites, the deplorable roads, the absence of proper technology, and also no motivation from workers due to low salaries are the key impediments facing the municipal solid waste management system. Now, for us to key optimization strategies you notice during the course of this our research was organizing campaigns, on the job training, ensuring frequent evacuation, creating improving accessibility to inner streets and suburbs, now introducing automated trucks to simplify working conditions, and also increasing the salaries of the workers to give them motivation to work more. Now, we recommend prompt and increased payment of salaries, to motivate the workers to do their job properly. We also recommend sensitization and trainings, reduction of waste from various sources, recycling and reuse. There's also need to establish proper disposal site for the collection and collected waste while promoting recycling and also composting practices. Now, the introduction of automated trucks for easy and quicker evacuation should also be encouraged. And finally, integration of all these recommendations will lead to an efficient municipal solid waste management system, which will be, crucial for maintaining public health and, environmental sustainability within Onitsha and Oka in Anambra State. Thank you for your audience. Thank you, my judges and my fellow students. Thank you.